today's video, I am going to be breaking down Penny Hardaway and his basketball shooting form. This was requested by a few different viewers, so let's get down. Let's check out Penny Hardaway and his basketball shooting form. It was a very good form that you could use yourself, and you could take away some of the tips as well so that you can shoot the basketball better too. Really quickly, make sure to go check out the hardest basketball shooting workout down in the description below if you want to be able to shoot the basketball from further away. Okay, so really quickly on this turnaround jumper, what we are looking at is the fact that his feet, knees, hips, and shoulders are all pointing the same way. They are not crossed in any way. He's not crossing his knees. He's not crossing his feet. He doesn't have 1 foot out and 1 foot forward. They are all in the same direction. This will allow for a very accurate shot. Now, he's very highly tilted away from the rim, or very widely tilted away. There's a lot of old school coaches who say you have to be squared up to the rim, and that is totally false. What you need to do is to have the ball, the elbow, and the shoulder all in line with the rim. So here we have the shoulder and elbow in line with the rim, and then going up into his shot, when he starts to release, at least some of that ball is over top of the shoulder. He has a very high release. He also has a 2-motion shot, but we'll get into that later. And then when he releases, he has a nice straight flick, 0 thumb flick, and a high release with the elbow above his forehead. These are 3 main tips that a good shot will have. Really quickly, while this is classified to some coaches as a circus shot because he's facing away from the rim and then turning towards the rim, one thing is very clear, and that is that he sets his feet as soon as he lands. He knows where his feet are going to go. He's planning on it. Why is this important? Well, if you land and then you need to relocate, let's say, the right foot just to be able to shoot, you are now having a slower shot, and this guy will be able to block your shot much easier. So setting your feet will allow you to have a faster shot, but it also helps you have a more consistent shot because now you can go straight up into your shot and not have to worry about what's happening with your feet. He gathers the ball at his waist and he brings the ball up the middle of his body. By bringing that ball up the middle of his body, it's going to, in my opinion, be a little bit more accurate than if you brought it up the left side, because if you bring it up the left side of your body, it's going to really force that ball towards the left side of your body to shoot, which means that it's probably going to go left. And by bringing the ball up the right or the left side of your body to the right side, the momentum could help you miss right as well. By going up the middle of your body, it's going to help your body, or at least help yourself, not be uncomfortable bringing it up the right side. And of course, you can bring it up the right side. There's nothing that's going to stop you from doing so, but it does seem to be more prevalent at the NBA level for the ball to go up the middle of your body and not up the right side. It seems to be a little bit more quicker and more comfortable for players to go up the middle of their body anyways. I actually had a player who was shooting well over 50% from the 3-point line. A coach from another team and the same club that the player was playing under came over to him and tried to force him to shoot up the right side. Now, of course, that coach was a high-level coach, or a supposedly high-level coach, and it screwed up his shot to a point where now he shoots 10% and he's trying to fix it to go back to the way it was. So if you're having success at 50%, even if you miss 5 or 6 threes in a row, and somebody comes up to you and says, hey, you can increase your shooting ability, your shooting percentage by just doing this one small fix. If you're already shooting at around 50%, how much better are you going to get when the average NBA player who's actually a good shooter is shooting at 35%? So you just look at them and say, you know what, man, leave me alone. I'm good. If you're actually truthfully at 50%, don't try to fix it. There's nothing wrong with it. Something else that I really want to point out is the fact that he's on his toes. He lands on his toes. He doesn't go down to his heels. He stays on his toes and he goes up. Now, the reason why this is important is because, of course, when we look at the leg, the Achilles is the springiness to your jump. That's going to help you jump higher, jump faster, and that's going to help you release the ball faster, but also give you more power without having to use your quads. And that is going to help you have a more accurate shot as well. So don't be going onto your heels when you shoot. Stay on your toes. It's seriously going to help you shoot faster and from farther away. We also see really good energy transfer. He extends the back at the same time as he extends the knees. He's bringing the ball up at the same time as his body is going up. You don't want to bring the ball up while your body is going down. That is going to take away a ton of power. So this energy transfer is absolutely fantastic. He lets go of the ball and then he releases, actually with his ring and middle finger, it looks like right there. Now, why is this important? Well, this is actually a byproduct of the ball being closer to the middle of his body. So many coaches and trainers will say you have to release with the pointer and middle finger, and you can't release any other way to be accurate. Well, if you have issues getting that basketball to where it needs to be, which is about right here for Penny Hardaway, going off the middle and ring finger is actually very beneficial. I actually had to change my shot recently because I broke my pointer finger, and I usually go off my pointer and middle finger, and the ball is more usually to the right side of my body when I shoot. However, I've had to move it closer to the middle and go off the middle and ring finger because my pointer finger is broken in multiple places. So there's small things that you can do with your shot to be able to fix it without having to change the whole thing. And then when he does finally release, he has a nice soft flick, very high release with the elbow above his forehead. This is overall a fantastic shot. Great job, Penny Hardaway. And if you really want a good move, watch this. The quick reverse spin with an extra dribble, and then he gathers, continuously spinning in the same direction because that's easier, towards the right side. Also, watch how balanced he is on this shot. His shoulders are over his knees, but his knees are well past his toes. This will actually give him more power, and this is also a byproduct of that spin move that we just seen. However, this 90 degree on the hip and 90 degree on the knees, as we can see here, 90 degrees there roughly, and then also 90 degrees on his hips roughly, will give him the perfect amount of power to go up. If you are less than 90, so let's say for example, your shoulders are here, then guess what? You're going to have less lower back strength to go up into your shot. If you've got less legs, so for example here, you're going to have less power going up into your shot because you're probably not on your toes, and you're going to have less quads into your shot. So being at 90 is beneficial for power. However, if you're more than 90, let's say your hips are here and your knees are like this, and you're well past 90 or more than 90 on going this way obviously, then that is going to really take away from your power as well, because if you're past 90, or technically less than 90 depending on which way that you look at it, then what's going to happen is now you're taking too long to get into your shot, and it's going to take away your power as well. So overall, that's actually just a fantastic move. But let's also remember that Penny Hardaway was not just a good shooter, but he was a very good slasher, as we see here, and he was also a good passer. So make sure to go check out the hardest basketball shooting workout down in the description below, and I'll see you guys again next time in these videos.